Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. We'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Again, right there on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Then the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Eagle pressure, too much this time.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Under pressure, they got him again. Just slow rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And a short pickup to about the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Play action. It's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington. They'll go again with Gibson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jordan Davis.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
That looks like there's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television. He said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick. And some room to maneuver.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
CeeDee it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Eagles hit a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage and digging in.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Quez Watkins.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the 1st half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
This defense had 4 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who will take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Howell throwing on third down here.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll go again with Sanders. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And Howe will throw it.
Short little throw to Ebron. Just a gain of a couple there. 3 and 7 now.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to get the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Little bootleg here. Howell
on the move to his left. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Herbert. It's complete to Brown, right side. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Herbert. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Second down, back to Sanders. Down right around the 25.
You think about this strong safety position, and they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Herbert now.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get that Fletcher Cox, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. After the sack on 1st down, Powell. Short little throw to Ebron.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation. Maybe they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Throwing here, Howell. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, Those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 9, Howard. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about where they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Howell. And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with the pick. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. On the return is Cohen. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going to go up top again. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
That's to his running back, Gainwell. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Once again with Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now it's Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10, Howell. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So it's a victory here